Hey there, Carrie Clark here with SLP Solution and Speech and Language Kids. And today I'm going to teach you how to help a child speak in longer phrases. So, when our children are typically around 1 year, they start to speak their first words sometimes, but they always start with one word at a time. And then as they get older, they start to add more words together. As our children age, we expect their sentences or phrases to get a little bit longer as well. So, what can we do if we have a child or a client who is not yet speaking in phrases that are as long as we would like? So, this is how we can help them. We have 4 strategies today to help children expand what they're saying when they're only maybe using 1 or 2 words at a time, and we'd like them to use longer utterances. So, the first one is to increase their vocabulary. So, a lot of time children are not building longer sentences because they just don't have enough words yet. So, we can teach them some basic nouns. We can say wagon and ball and doll. And we can teach these through play, where we're actually playing with the items and naming them and using those words. We can use flashcards to help them learn new words. Just any way that we can integrate those words throughout the day is great. So expanding their vocabulary. But we want to make sure we're not just focusing on nouns, because if all they have is nouns, it's kind of hard to build a sentence with that. So we also want to look at some other words like verbs. So here's run and blow. Sorry, they're backwards. So we have run and blow. Those are verbs that would help them build a sentence. There's also words like this and that and up and on and all kinds of other words that we can teach them that aren't just nouns. So we want to make sure we teach children a variety of words. Now, if you are a parent at home thinking, how on earth am I going to do that? That is what our speech language pathologists and speech language professionals are for. So we're here to help you with that. Make sure you reach out to a speech language pathologist in your area who can help you build the vocabulary of the child. Okay, so step 2 then, or technique 2, these aren't really in order. You can do them in any order. But the second technique would be to increase their or improve their grammar skills. So sentences often have, verbs and nouns, but also some other words that are grammatical markers. So here is am. So for example, if you had a child who says, I blowing, like blowing the bubbles, or I eating, and they're missing that am, then you can teach them the word am to fill that in and make it a more complete sentence. So we can say, I am eating, I am blowing, and help them form those sentences. And for this, I would have multiple visuals. I don't have enough hands. Imagine there's an I here. And then you have this in front of the child. And then as you say the words, you point to them. I am blowing. So you would have all those visuals out. So that's the second skill, would be to improve their grammar skills, add some of those grammatical markers. The third one is to use expansions. So this is when the child says something and you elaborate on it, you expand it. And when you're expanding, you're only adding one word. So let's say the child says cookie while they are eating cookies. Then you would say, yes, cookie, eat cookie. So you're expanding it, you're adding a verb to cookie. And you're just presenting that information to them so that they can hear that and start to process it. You don't have to ask them to repeat it. If they do repeat it, great. But they may just need those models for a while before they're ready to say it themselves. A lot of times, the trap that we get into as parents or speech language pathologists is we want to give them lots of words. So we say, yes, you're eating a cookie. That cookie is so yummy. But that's not something that the child can easily process and spit back out. So we want to, sure, it's great to use big sentences and to speak fully to the child. We want to do that too. But sometimes we want to break it down and just give them 2 words. Or maybe they say eat cookie and you say, yes, I eat cookie. So then you're just adding one more to make it 3. So you're just helping them get to that next level in a more achievable way. And it can, it doesn't have to be a specific type of word. It can be whatever kind of word you want. You can even expand multiple ways for the same thing. So maybe they say cookie and you say eat cookie. and then you say cookie yummy, or you add some other words. So you can give them different examples of how they can expand their speech. So that's the third skill, use expansions. The fourth skill then would be to teach a specific sentence structure. So there are certain types of sentences that we all say throughout the day, and we can focus on one structure at a time. And this is probably something that the speech language pathologist will be doing more than a parent at home. But it is a great strategy to use. So this would be, for example, if the child is using a lot of nouns but not using verbs, then we might use the structure of verb object. So I'm doing something to something, throw ball, eat cookie. If the child already has that, then maybe we make it subject, verb, object. So I eat cookie, you throw ball, mommy help Addie. So we would be able to build those sentence structures and then practice that structure over and over with different words. So maybe I throw ball and then I throw bag, I throw stuffed animal. So whatever it is, you're showing them how to build that same sentence with different words. So that's teaching a specific sentence structure. Okay, those are the 4 skills that I have for helping a child build longer phrases. You have lots of these resources, are free printables over on speechandlanguagekids.com. So head over there and you can access some of these resources. We also have lots of other information and help for how to teach children various language skills. So head on over to speechandlanguagekids.com. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos here on whichever platform you found me on. And we'll have more coming your way. All right. Thanks so much and have a great day.